Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky and I am the owner and artist of the Simple Spruce Studio, guys. Welcome. So my next project I am taking on is going to be this armoire. This was given to me by a friend of mine several years back, and I have used it in my basement for storing blankets and quilts and extra bed linens and stuff like that in it. And it's time to give it a new facelift. So that is what we're gonna do. First off, I'm gonna start off by cleaning it. Then I'm going to start painting, and I'm gonna use the Kills chalk in toasted poppy seed. And I'm gonna do the frame of it. And then we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna see how it looks, but I'm gonna leave this and the drawers, the natural, and probably sand them back. So we're gonna see how it goes. I do have some decoupage paper that I want to put on the door, and I do want to show you this. I will have to check and see if this was Roycycle. I think it was Roycycle. I don't think it was. It could be Roycycle or JRD. But this is the decoupage paper that I'm wanting to use on it. So we're gonna see how this goes. See where it takes us anyway. So I'm gonna get started on getting this thing cleaned up and starting to paint the frame of it. So let's get started. Okay, we've got the first coat of our toasted poppy seed on the frame, the sides, the top. Let me swing this around. I did the top there, the rim, the trim in between each drawer, and all that. So we're letting that dry. So the next step is what I want to do with the drawers. Now, the drawers, I want to keep it of the natural color, but it just needs to be refreshed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand off the shiny finish, which shouldn't take a whole lot, and see what we're working with. So that's going to be the next step. I got my little respirator here. I love this little thing. It's got the little filters that you can put in it. So I will put a link in the description from where I got this at. We are going to, well, if I can get it on now, we're gonna sand. There we go. And I am just using my Ryobi orbital sander, and it's got a grit. Okay. Now I was curious to see what the wood grain, what it was going to look like. And the way to test that before you put any kind of stain or anything on it, I didn't know if I wanted to go darker, but just take some water. And wipe over the wood, and this is what it's going to look like with a sealer on it, and I like that a lot, so that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to finish sanding the other one, and then we got 2 more, and then we will move on to the second coat of paint. Okay, we're going to put the second coat on now. I do have my squirt bottle with water in it to help smooth out the chalk paint. So we're just going to load our brush up, spray our surface, and start putting on the second coat. You guys know that when you use chalk paint, it is a lot thicker than other paints. This just helps get it on smoother. Okay, we've got 2 coats of black on it. We've got the door sanded, the drawers are sanded down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start applying our decoupage paper. So what I did was I kind of just eyed it to where it was the same on the top and the bottom, and centered it. And then I did use my finger to make a mark down the side here, and then cut off that excess. This, I'm gonna leave that overhang for right now, and I will clean that up with sandpaper to get a nice clean edge on that side of the door. This side I wouldn't be able to do that with, so I had to go ahead and cut this side. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start decoupaging this paper on. What I'm going to use is DIY's liquid patina. I do prefer this over Mod Podge. Let's see how well I can do this. Here, I'm going to have to pull this over. I'm afraid I'm going to spill it. So all I'm gonna do is line this up. I'm gonna fold that down, and then I'm gonna start adding my DIY crystal clear chandelier. This stuff is much thinner than Mod Podge. So I'm going to try and put as even as a coat on here as I can. Okay, let me grab my saran wrap here. I just take a piece of saran wrap. And we want this to kind of look more rough and industrial, so I'm not worried about getting all the wrinkles out. But it helps get some of them out without, it lessens the chance of tearing your paper. And I do it one little section at a time and just keep working my way down. Now, a lot of times people will actually paint underneath their project, underneath their paper, white, so it makes the picture pop more. I kind of want this to look like it's been on there for a while, so I did not want to paint the door underneath my decoupage paper white. I wanted to leave it to where it kind of blends in and mutes it a little bit so it looks more aged. But if you're doing it on, doing a project where you really want the design on the paper to pop, then I suggest you actually paint a white or a cream color underneath your paper, let it dry completely, and then go and add your decoupage medium. And this door keeps closing on me. And then put your paper on. So we are gonna just keep lifting this up, and we're gonna keep adding our DIY liquid patina and keep going on down. Okay, while this is drying, what I want to do is I want to kind of balance this out a little bit so it's not so heavy over here just with this. So I wanted to add a little touch to the drawers over here. So my thought process is to use my IOD, Iron Orchid Design stamps and do 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom in the black ink. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put, just to add a little touch over here. And it's kind of like a industrial touch. So we're going to see what it looks like. We're going to try it. It's not permanent. If we don't like it, we can sand it down, sand it off, and do something different. So, but we're gonna see what this looks like. So I've got number 1 on the here, and I've got some Craft Smart ink on my ink pad in black. So I'm gonna load up my number 1, and I'm gonna add and there we've got number 1. Then we're gonna clean that off, and we're gonna do the number 2. Okay, so we're gonna let those dry, and then we're going to seal the natural wood with some hemp oil and go from there. Okay, now that we got the numbers on the drawer, I wanted to add just a little extra touch to the sides of the drawers. So when you pull the drawers open, you got this cute little unexpected surprise on the drawers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my IOD stamp, and I'll have to put the name of this one in the description because I can't remember which one this is, what this one's called. Let me see if it's listed on here. La Campagne, and I'm using the big floral one. So I'm just going to ink it up. Sorry about the view, guys. Ink it up real good. And then we're going to lay it on here. Press it down really good. And there you go. So when you pull the drawer out, you'll see it. And I haven't decided, I'm thinking about doing the same stamp on the other side too, so you'll be able to see it when you pull it out on both sides. But before we do that, we gotta let these dry. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I might be able to do this one. Still in there. Just gonna re-ink it. Pull it off, and there you have it. Just a cute little subtle detail. And if you want, then you can also take and a piece of sandpaper and sand over it to distress it a little bit so it looks like it's been on there for quite some time. Okay, so while those are drying, I wanted to show you how I'm going to take my sand, finger sander, and we're going to clean off this edge since this is almost completely dry now. So all I'm going to do is take my gator sander and I'm going to rub outward away so I get that clean cut edge and I don't risk messing up my paper. Get that really nice clean cut edge there. nice edge on there. And then we got the cute little peekaboo design on the sides, the numbers on the front, and then we are gonna seal these up. I think first off, I'm going to, let me see which ones are dry. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these over, and I'm gonna do that same stamp on this side of the drawers, on all 4 drawers. And then we're gonna let those dry, and then we are going to take some, I've already done the inside of this one. It just needed a refresh and some life in it, brighten it back up. It needed a drink, the wood did. So I'm using the Wise Owl Lemon Verbena, and did the furniture salve all on the inside. It smells wonderful. So if you got some kind of like a musky old dresser, old furniture kind of smell, this will definitely get rid of that. So I'm gonna do the inside of each drawer. I did this one already. I put it on, I let it set for a few minutes, then I took a paper towel and just wiped off the excess. And I'm gonna do that to all of them, but first off, I want to get the other stamp put on the other side. So we're gonna do that. Since I've already got it out, before I clean it off completely, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna pick it up. And what I'm doing, y'all, is I'm gonna put it to where it's closer to the front of the drawer like I did on this side, because you don't pull the drawers all the way out. So if you notice, it's on the front half of the drawer. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side for all 4 drawers. And then you've got it on that side and that side. And when these dry, I'm gonna take that same furniture salve by Wise Owl, and I'm going to use the furniture salve on the sides of the drawers. And then I'm also gonna take the same furniture salve and I'm gonna do the rails that the drawers slide in and out on. And it's gonna make them slide much smoother. So let me finish that up and then I will get back with you. All right, everybody, let me catch you up on where I'm at on this. You guys seen where I had stamped the 1, 2, 3, and 4 on this side of the drawers. I did use Waverly's antiquing wax to seal all of the black paint in, because where I had distressed, I wanted to bring out, let me pull you up closer. I wanted to bring out some of that rich, now I just lightly distressed. I didn't do a whole lot. I just wanted to lightly distress the edges and stuff. So I did that, and then I took the Waverly antiquing wax and sealed all that in, and it richens the wood that you distress through to. So I did that. There you can see the number stamps on all 4 of the drawers. Now this piece here, the Roycycle decoupage paper that I put on, I did not like the straight edges on it. It literally looked like I just put, you know, just stuck it on there. I did not like that. I wanted a look to where it looked like it's been on there for a while, like it's been aged. So what I did was I took my rotary sander and, well, I say rotary sander, it was actually this cute little sander here, and I sanded around the edges and roughed up the edges all the way around the piece. And then I took some dark wax and kind of aged the sides just to kind of blend them in. So that's where we're at with that. The natural wood parts I did seal with Sweet Pickens. Let me get you back up here. Hope everybody took their Dramamine. Sorry about that, guys. Sweet Pickens hemp oil. All I did was pour a little bit out into a little old makeup powder jar, that Mary Kay powder jar. And took a little brush and brushed it on. I let it soak in for about 15 minutes and then I took a towel and wiped it back. And that richened up the wood parts. I did that here and there. Oh, and this is cedar lined on the inside. So if you notice on the inside, I did sand the inside of the door down. I got that shiny finish off of it. And then I added the hemp oil, Sweet Pickens hemp oil, to it also. Painted the knob, distressed it, and used the Waverly antique wax on it. So that is where we're at now. Now on the drawers, when you open up the drawers, I wanted to add a cute little something something on the sides. So I had taken an IOD stamp and stamped, and some black ink, and stamped the sides. Sealed it with the hemp oil again. Now the inside of these drawers, there was nothing bad, nothing going on with them, but I do want to get, if there's any kind of like musty smell from them, what I'm gonna use is this lemon verbena furniture salve by Wise Owl. This stuff smells awesome. So just to give it a fresh smell, what I'm gonna do is just take my brush and I'm going to put it all over the inside of the drawer. And not only am I gonna do it on the drawer, I just got a little wax brush. Not only am I gonna do it on the inside of the drawer, again, I rub this all over the wood. And then we're going to let it sit for a while, about 15 minutes, and then I will come back and I will buff it, rub in any of the excess, rub off any of the excess that's still on there. But this just freshens them up. Sometimes you get the wood that is like extremely dry and it just needs a drink. So we do this on all the sides. And then on some furniture, you guys, when you get it, the drawers might be a little stiff and not as smooth. I will do the whole thing on that. But the tracks on the inside here, I will take the furniture salve and just go over those also, so it makes the drawers just slide that much easier. So we're gonna finish up. And I'm gonna do this to all 4 drawers. I wish you guys could smell this stuff. It smells awesome. So we're gonna let that sit for about 15 minutes. do each one of the other drawers, and then I'll go back in with a rag and wipe down any of the, wipe off any of the excess. And then I think we were gonna be done. I also wanna show you, which I didn't record on accident. Thought it was, it wasn't. What I did with the feet is I sanded them down to the natural wood. I just sanded the sheen off of them. And then I did the same thing with the hemp oil. I just sealed them in with the hemp oil, refreshed it, brightened up that wood, brought back that wood grain on all 4 of the legs too. So that is where we're at. And then we will have a finished product. I will post pictures. I will have this listed on Facebook Marketplace. It's too big to ship. I don't have a shipping service, but there is, that's what we're looking at. I hope you guys like this. I thought it turned out really cute. Really good. So you guys have to let me know in the comments what you think. If you like how it turned out. You could also replace the knob. I wanted to leave the original knob on it, so I did paint it, distress it, and seal it. But you can also put, you know, any kind of little bling jewelry on it. But with this look, I thought that the knob still looked good on it. All the drawers work really well. And every drawer is, got the stamp on each side. And they all work great, so. All right, guys, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, how you think this turned out. And if so, how would you have done it any differently? Or so, all right, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys were inspired by this little makeover. I think it's going to have several more years of love. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys on my next one. Love you guys. Bye.